Hi everybody. In this screencast, I'm going to go over the step-by-step guide for getting frequency analysis and histograms from Microsoft Excel. Now, if you remember, we did a frequency analysis and histogram in the lectures for this course using the Purdue chicken data, and in particular, looking specifically at the item of purchase intention that said if this product was in my store, I would buy it. And so here I have that data from that item in a column in an Excel worksheet. What I need to do to get frequency analysis is to create a new column that I'm going to call range. And now the range is the range of possible scores in this particular variable. So this variable was measured on a range of 1 to 5 from strongly disagree to strongly agree. And so I can put my range in 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, right? So in the data set, in the first column, the only scores that should appear are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So to conduct a frequency analysis and to get a histogram, we click on Data Analysis. And in the Data Analysis tool, we click on Histogram, hit OK. And we need to provide the input range. The input range is the actual observations, and so we highlight all of the scores in the very first column. And as you may recall, there were 188 observations. And so there, we've done that in the input range. Now for the binge range, or the bin range, we need to go back up to the top. We need to grab our scores. And you see they fill in. Make sure we click labels, right, because we do have our labels in the first row of the worksheet. The next thing we need to do is tell the data analysis tool where the output should be placed. So we'll click on output range. And in this case, I'm going to tell it to put the data in cell D1. Last but not least, we want to make sure that we click cumulative percentage and also chart output. So let's hit OK. Okay, from here, we can first see a couple of quick things. One is we have our frequency analysis, but it has an extra column called more. Now this would be if there were missing data or any other observations other than 1, 2, 3, or 5 in our data. But as you can see, we don't have any missing data, and we don't have any observations that fall outside of this range of 1 to 5. So we'd like to get rid of that column altogether. Okay, so that provides us with the basic data we need for our frequency analysis table, which we see that I cleaned up and placed the data into the frequency analysis table in our PowerPoint presentation. I added the column of valid percent because if there had been any missing data in this more column over here, then the valid percent would have been slightly different because we would have had some missing data. But again, we don't have any missing data in our data set. The next thing that we have is the actual histogram itself. And as you can see, I placed the original histogram in our PowerPoint presentation. And so we're going to have to enlarge Excel here for a moment. But there it is, the histogram for our presentation data for purchase intent. And as you can see, it looks slightly different than what I've provided for you in the PowerPoint presentation, but that's because I edited the table. So you are able to edit the table right here in Excel or in SPSS or anywhere else you cut and paste the table. I always find it easier to do this in Excel, but I can change any of the information on this screen that I'd like to by simply going over the different elements and making the necessary changes that I'd like to make. So there you have it, a very quick way to conduct your frequency analysis in histogram on any item in your data set.